Dough, moolah, cash. Whatever you call it, money is important in all stages of your life. But for most students, it is hard to come by and, more importantly, hard to hold on to. Luckily, I've got your back because in this video, I'm going to share 5 practical ways to save money as a student without working. So whether you are living off prior savings or strictly on school loans, make sure to watch until the end of number 5 because I know this will be a tip that you've never even thought about implementing. Method number 1, create and follow a budget. Failing to plan is planning to fail. While in university, I always listened to my friends complain that they never had any money. Yet, they never put in the effort to actually track their spending. How can you possibly save money if you have no idea where it's all going? Prior to the semester starting, calculate how much money you have to allocate to your expenses each month. This amount is your monthly budget. Then disperse this amount into your different budget line items like rent, food, bills, etc. As you start your semester, track your expenses on your phone or on paper against your budgeted line item amounts to ensure that you stay on track with your spending. Like Peter Drucker says, what isn't measured isn't managed. So don't be shy to use that cell phone for more than just swiping right. Method number 2, be selective with textbooks. Buying textbooks is the bane of every student's existence. Dropping your hard-earned cash on books that you barely open is not a good time, but luckily there are ways around this painful experience. When I was in school, my favorite way to avoid hefty textbook fees was to consult the library copy of the textbook as needed. For the few times I would need to read the textbook, I didn't mind hanging around the library. However, if you are someone who hates the library, don't worry, I have some other options for you. You can become friends with someone in class and go 50-50 on the book cost, or rent a book instead of buying it. If you're someone who wants to own the book for the future, opt for the ebook to avoid the printing cost of the textbook and save a few trees while you're at it. Method number 3, learn to cook. Whether it's whipping up some craft dinner or a 5-course meal, cooking your own meals will save you mega cash when living the student life. Let's do a little math to illustrate this point. The average student food bill for a month is $250 USD, which includes 3 meals per day. The average lunch at your school cafeteria or fast food joint costs roughly $10 a meal or $30 a day if you eat out every meal, amounting to a monthly total of $900. Obviously, eating out is much more expensive, and these are conservative figures. Not to mention, cooking your own meals will typically be much healthier, so that's an added bonus. So if you want to keep your budget and waistline in check, get cooking, Chef Ramsay. Method number 4, party on the cheap. During my 7 years in post-secondary education, I made it a mission to party on the cheap. Some nights, I even made money going out as I would find money at the bar left by people who had a few too many drinks. So how did I manage to party and not break the bank? Here are 2 of my favorite tips. Number 1, pre-drink. Because why pay the same amount for 2 drinks at the bar when you can buy a whole bottle for the same price? And number 2, appoint a designated driver. A large portion of the cost of partying comes from paying for Ubers or cabs. To cut down on the costs, rotate who in your group of friends will be the sober Sally for the night so that everyone can reduce the cost of their night out. By employing these 2 tips, you can reduce your cost of a night out to just the cost of cover, which is minimal in most places, while still having an amazing time. Method number 5, detach from social media. Now, before you rant and rave that using social media like Facebook and Instagram is free, and discredit this money-saving tip, let me explain to you that there are hidden costs to this behavior. Have you ever used social media and got FOMO, or the fear of missing out? Maybe it's seeing your peers enjoying a concert or sporting their new expensive outfit. While using social media seems harmless, it is affecting our spending habits. For instance, if you see your friends always partying, of course you will feel more inclined to go out at the next chance you get, costing you money and reducing your savings potential. The same goes for seeing your favorite influencer wearing a new outfit that now you must have. In short, social media is making us more inclined to spend, and as a student, saving is hard enough with the high tuition and living costs. that most students face these days. Therefore, cut down on your social media time to avoid unnecessary spending. Trust me, your bank account will thank you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, share, and subscribe for more informative content.